Good afternoon, everybody. We are here as usual on the final Tuesday of every month for our Facebook Live with David Feeks of the Parents Estate Planning Law Firm located in Acton, Massachusetts. And if you've been following us on social media, you know that today's topic is going to focus on the 18 plus plan. And that would be specifically for your children who are going to be 18, turning 18, or of course are beyond their 18th year. And David, welcome today. We would love to hear from you specifically about what is the 18 plus plan.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Facebook Live session. The 18 plus plan in our office is a plan that makes sure that your kids, once they are adults, are protected in much the same way that we protect our parent clients. To make sure that if anything happens to your children after they turn 18, that you as a parent will still have the ability and the opportunity to make decisions if necessary and to be able to get information about them if necessary. So here's the scenario, and I'm a parent of teenagers myself. I have a daughter in college, so this could be a scenario for my daughter. And by the way, you best be sure that when she went to college, she had this plan in place for herself. So a scenario would go something like this. You know, as parents, we know that while our kids are young and still growing, that we make the decisions for them. We decide where we're going to live and what we're going to do and what's for dinner and what they're going to wear up to a certain point. But here's the thing, when your kid turns 18, when your child turns 18, in the eyes of the law, they become a legal adult. And what that means for us as parents is that once our children turn 18, we can't make decisions for them. Not only can't we make the decisions for them, but we can't even get access to certain information about them if there was an emergency. And that's a hard thing to take as a parent. You know, like, I'm the parent. I should be able to make decisions. I should be able to get information. So here's a scenario. Let's imagine your child has turned 18. They've gone off to college. And while they're at college, they're in a car accident. So now they're at a local hospital, wherever they go to college, and you get informed that your child has been hurt, and you go to the hospital, but nobody's giving you information. They won't give you information over the phone when they first call. They'll only tell you that you need to get to a certain place. And when you get to the hospital, they won't necessarily be sharing information with you. And the reason is, again, your child is a legal adult, and once they become a legal adult, the law says they are able to make their own decisions for themselves. The problem is, if they are incapacitated in any way and can't make those decisions, you're not automatically going to be able to step in and make those decisions for them. So the solution to that problem is to create a plan for your adult children that says you can, or someone can, have the ability to make decisions for them and have access to information about them. And here's what that plan looks like. In our office, we call it our 18 plus plan. So the first thing in the plan is to make sure that you can make medical decisions for your children if they are injured and they can't make their own decisions. So that's done through a healthcare proxy in Massachusetts. It's a document that your child signs that says, these are the people, or this is the person who can make medical decisions for me if I can't make those decisions myself. Together with that, we create what's known as a HIPAA waiver or a HIPAA authorization, because HIPAA, the federal medical privacy law, says that no one other than your children can have access to their private medical information without their written consent. So a HIPAA waiver or a HIPAA authorization says, these are the people who can have access to my medical information. That means that if you are authorized, you'd be able to see their medical records, read their medical records, and have free communication with their healthcare providers. Very important, obviously, if you need to make decisions for your children. So those are the healthcare documents. The other kinds of decisions you might need to make for your kids are legal and financial decisions. Maybe you need to sign a document on your child's behalf. Maybe you need to get access to their bank accounts if your child is disabled. And so that power comes through what we call a durable power of attorney. Same idea as the healthcare proxy, only it covers legal and financial decision making. So in a durable power of attorney, your child would give you or someone the power to make legal and financial decisions for them, the power to sign a tax return, the power to pick up their mail at the post office, the power to access their bank accounts, again, if they're injured and they can't do that themselves. So all of those 3 documents together in our office is our 18 plus plan, which covers pretty much any scenario that can happen for medical, legal, and financial decision making. Now, if you are a client of ours and you have a child who is 18, we keep track of that and we send you a notice just before your child's 18th birthday that reminds you your child's about to turn 18. These are the documents that you need to have in place to make sure that they are completely protected once they become a legal adult. And we see it as part of the ongoing lifelong relationship that we have with our clients. I have watched my clients' kids grow from preschool age to now teenagers. And as everybody has transitioned, and my kids have grown that way as well, we've transitioned from just creating the parents' plan to now creating the children's plan as well. So we see that as part of the ongoing lifelong relationships we have with our clients. If you are not yet a client of our firm, this is something we do for non-clients as well. You don't have to be a client of our firm in order to get this taken care of. If you have children who are already at college, the best time to get this taken care of is either, number 1, when they're home for Thanksgiving break, or number 2, when they're home for winter break. So if you know that this isn't in place for your child and it's something you want to get in place and you're not a client of our firm, you can give our office a call and we can get your child on a schedule for Thanksgiving break or for winter break over the holidays. All you have to do is call our office, 978-263-6900, talk to Paula, and she can get you set up for that. The important thing to know when we do this work for your child is that your child is our client. That means your child makes the decisions, your child signs a limited engagement letter, and your child is the one who's coming in, obviously, to sign the documents. Now, a lot of times, parents will pay the fee, but your child is the client, and all the decisions are made by your child. So that is really the first formal or legal relationship your child is ever going to have, is signing these documents and even signing our engagement letter. So that's our 18 plus plan. At this time of year, as in the spring when kids are graduating from college, we do a lot of this work. It comes in bursts. We do a lot over the summer, and then we do a lot more over Thanksgiving and the January breaks. So if it makes sense for you, let us know. We'd be happy to get this in place for your child and talk more about it with you about any questions that you have.
So, David, we have a couple of questions. One question that someone has asked recently was, what actually happens during the 18 plus meeting? Who is responsible for coming to the meeting? How long does it last? You know, my kid is home for 3 days for Thanksgiving. We want to spend time together. How long can we expect to be in your office, and what's the process like during that signing meeting?
So the process looks something like this. And by the way, the time in our office is usually very, very short, maybe no more than a half hour over the course of just one meeting to sign the documents. A lot of times we're able to handle the engagement letter and the decision making electronically through email, through faxing, and we have a form, an electronic form to fill out that doesn't even involve emailing or faxing. So we try to make that part really easy. We know that time with your kids when they're home on break is really important. It's important to me too as a dad. So we want to make this as easy as possible. So most of the decision making and kind of the paperwork can be done ahead of time. And then we do need your child to come into the office to sign the documents, and that signing meeting usually lasts no more than a half hour. They come in, we explain everything in detail, we have them sign, and then they're out the door usually in a half hour or less.
Great. And the other question we get often is, my child is, my adult child is, or young, I would say adult, young adult is 19 or 20 or 21. Is it too late for them to sign those documents?
No, never too late. Some plan is better than no plan, even if it's not the perfect plan. This isn't we call it the 18 plus plan in the office, but it's not just for 18-year-olds. It's for 18 and older. So I do this for 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. I do it for all kinds of young adults, especially when parents come in and engage our firm to do their more comprehensive estate planning, we see that they've got 3 adult children or young adult children, most of whom we know probably don't have any planning in place. And so that's the kind of thing that we're building into the parents as part of the parents' plan, is we want to make sure that their kids have everything set up as well.
Great.
So any time is a good time.
Okay. So just lastly, if you can remind everyone how to connect with the office. I know our website is parentsesstateplanning.com. We have a lot of information about what we do in addition to the 18 plus plan, how we do help parents protect the people they love the most. Upcoming events that we also have are posted on our website. But if you want to just give us the number one more time so people can connect with Paula to schedule those 18 plus plans, or to even ask any questions, personal questions that they maybe didn't want to put here on the Facebook Live today. What's that number, David?
Absolutely. The office number here in Acton is 978-263-6900, 978-263-6900. Just ask for Paula. Paula can talk to you more about getting started. She can answer any questions that you have, and can just talk to you generally about estate planning in general. So any questions that you have, just let us know. Reach out. We'd be happy to talk to you.
Okay, great. Thanks. See you guys next month for our November Facebook Live.
Take care, everyone.